Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Weeks of searching and worry giving way to some sense of relief as police are able to locate a teenage girl who went missing from Vista Maria in Dearborn Heights. That 16-year-old named Tasia found just this afternoon at an apartment near Warren Avenue and Inkster Road. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Ty Steele. Tasia was found with an older man at that apartment, and that man has been taken into custody at this point. Erica Erickson has been following this story since last week. She joins us live now from Dearborn Heights Police Department with the very latest on the investigation. First of all, thank goodness she's safe.
Absolutely. Her family and police fearing the worst at times. Tasia found just hours ago. Dearborn Heights police and federal authorities say it's tips from the public, tips from the community that they really relied on to bring her home safely.
She's healthy, she's fine. We are going to complete a SANE kit on her just to make sure.
A SANE kit, or a sexual assault nurse exam, and a hospital visit. Some of the top priorities as details about where 16-year-old Tasia Keaton has been and who she's been with since she went missing come to light. Tips from the community leading federal investigators and Dearborn Heights police to an apartment at Warren and Inkster Wednesday afternoon. Tasia, sources say, staying with a 62-year-old man who police confirm is in custody.
It's an ongoing investigation, but he's in custody, and we plan on doing interviews with him sometime later on today. And wherever it goes from there, we will submit a warrant to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office.
Since Tasia's disappearance, allegations of physical and sexual abuse coming from former and current staff and residents of the facility for vulnerable youth Tasia ran away from, Vista Maria. It's believed that Tasia had been sexually assaulted by at least 2 men or Johns since she ran away from the center and had been staying with that third man in that apartment. There are also 2 active investigations into a former male staff member of Vista Maria who was accused of sexually assaulting another teen resident and Tasia before she went missing.
I praise the Lord, she's safe, but you know, what kind of psychological problems it's going to cause you because of what they've done.
And while police say they're working to get information on those allegations and others, Tasia's family, while relieved, they say they're angry with Vista Maria.
Them saying that their heart goes out to me and my family, I don't believe it. They didn't call me when she first went missing.
Back out here live, we are hearing from a spokesperson from Vista Maria. They say in part, quote, "Our thanks go out to the many law enforcement agencies that worked hard to find her, especially the Dearborn Heights Police Department. Vista Maria stands ready to support Tasia and her family in any way we can in the future." Meanwhile, Dearborn Heights police say they will be holding a news conference out here at the police station at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Reporting live, Erica Erickson, back to you.
And we know you'll be there. Erica, thank you.
Well, a jury is seated in the trial of a former Grand Rapids police officer charged with the murder of Patrick Leoya. Jury selection took about 2.5 days. The trial is set to begin Monday. Jacqueline Francis is following this story for us and breaks down the case ahead of Monday's opening statements. Jacqueline, we do want to warn people there is some footage that people might find disturbing.
Yeah, it's taken 3 years to get here. Patrick Leoya was shot and killed during a traffic stop in April of 2022. It's now 2025, and Leoya's family says justice is long overdue.
1915.
April 4th, 2022.
I'm stopping you. Do you have a license?
What done?
Do you have a driver's license? Do you speak English?
Yes.
Can I see your license?
It's 8:11 a.m. in Grand Rapids.
What do you want?
The plate doesn't belong on this car. Do you have a license or no?
Officer Christopher Schur makes a traffic stop.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
Where is it at?
Behind the wheel is Patrick Leoya.
Get it for me. Stop! 1915. Got one running.
Patrick tries to get away. The officer runs after him and they struggle.
Stop!
Schur gets out his taser and deploys it twice. The two fight over the taser. Schur is on top of Patrick when he pulls out his gun and fires a fatal shot to the back of his head.
Based on his investigation, based on everything he has provided to me, I made the decision to charge Christopher Schur with 1 count of second-degree murder.
Schur and his legal team filed appeals, arguing he was acting within his right as a police officer to use deadly force. In December, the state Supreme Court ruled it would not hear arguments in the case and that it should proceed to trial. A date was set for the end of this month, 3 years after the shooting.
My heart is still broken. My heart is still bleeding because I just want justice for my son.
Patrick's father talked with us ahead of trial. He plans to be there every day, preparing himself for what will be seen and heard.
As a parent, as a father, the only thing that I will be asking the more is just justice for my son, justice for Patrick.
Patrick was a 26-year-old refugee from the Congo. He was a father of 2, a brother and a son.
Every time they bring all those pictures, those memories, it's heartbroken.
The scales of justice will soon be in the hands of the jury.
This case, to me, is no different than George Floyd.
Attorney Ben Johnson, who's representing the family in the civil case, says to expect a lot of technical talk about the taser, whether Patrick got hold of it and whether it posed a threat. The defense touched on this during a preliminary hearing in 2022, bringing in an expert to analyze the video frame by frame.
So now both individuals each have a right hand on the taser.
Schur's attorneys have not spoken publicly ahead of the trial, but Johnson expects the former officer to take the stand.
Schur's going to testify. He has to. He has to, right? Because only he can talk about his state of mind when he pulled that trigger while he was on top of Patrick, while Patrick was on the ground, and while Schur had the gun to the back of Patrick's head.
From Grand Rapids to Detroit, Patrick's death sparked protests and calls for justice.
The Leoya family has been peaceful through all their pain, and we need the community to mirror that.
On behalf of the family, please, right, let justice prevail.
The trial will take place in Grand Rapids. Opening statements will be first thing Monday morning. We'll be covering that trial every step of the way. Reporting live, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Okay, Jacqueline, thank you.
Now we have a positive update to a sad story about animal cruelty in Detroit. Now, we first told you about this at 6 o'clock last night. Let me catch you up. Someone threw 2 kittens out of the window of an SUV at a gas station. This SUV, this is on 7 Mile and Grand River in Detroit. One of the kittens died, but here's the good news. You're looking at one of the other kittens who is now receiving care at Michigan Humane, survived. This is all thanks to a woman named Leoya, who was pumping gas at the time and heard the kitten's cries from behind one of those ice coolers.
He was crying, so I saw him and I grabbed some food and throw him some food, and he came to me little by little.
Leoya took the kitten to the home of a friend who cares for cats. They fed and they washed the animal and then took him to Michigan Humane to get checked out. She and her partner want to adopt the kitten they named Diesel in reference to the gas station where it was found. How fitting is that? But first, Michigan Humane must finish that investigation.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer has chosen a Detroit judge to fill the vacant spot on the Michigan Supreme Court. Noah Hood has served as judge on the Michigan Court of Appeals since 2022. Prior to that, he sat on the Third Circuit Court starting in 2019. His appointment is to fill the remainder of the term left by Chief Justice Elizabeth Clement, who's stepping down this month. In a statement today, Judge Hood said he's deeply grateful and promised to deliver even-handed justice for as long as he serves.
We have another update tonight at 6, this time on a story we first covered last September in Redford Township. A teen girl was accidentally shot in the leg in Detroit. So here's where we begin. This was the scene after police swarmed a home on Lexington near 8 Mile. That's where a 13-year-old girl had been accidentally shot during a fight between adults. She was hit in the leg. The shooter, this man right here, Christopher DeLance Harris, is the girl's stepfather. He was charged with careless discharge of a firearm causing injury, as well as possession of a firearm. He's now been sentenced to 6 months in jail and 2 years of probation.
The body of the late Pope Francis lying in state today at St. Peter's Basilica, with mourners passing by to pay their respects. There are about 50 people walking by each minute to view the pontiff, who passed away Easter Monday at the age of 88 from a stroke and heart failure. His body will remain at the Basilica until his funeral Saturday, which is expected to draw leaders from all over the world, including President Trump. Right now at a place in Detroit that bears Pope Francis's name, they're getting ready to celebrate him. A special mass starts at 6:30 at the Pope Francis Center's Bridge Housing campus on West Hancock. It's described as a chance for people to come together in prayer and remembrance to honor the late Pope's life and legacy. And if you'd like to watch Saturday's funeral for Pope Francis, we'll carry it in its entirety live on Local 4 and Local 4 Plus beginning at 4 a.m.
All right, getting a check on the forecast, and as promised, we had warmer temperatures today, and we're not done with the warmer temperatures yet.
Forewarned meteorologist Ron Hilliard is here with more. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Kimberly and Ty. Well, I hope you do like the warm weather because it is here to stick around. We have some clouds with us here in southeast Michigan, and below those clouds, there's the very slight chance of a shower, but a lot of this has not reached the ground. We did have a thunderstorm that passed through Monroe County, now over Lake Erie. But besides that, things have been pretty pleasant today. We've had some sunshine throughout the day. Well, again, some of us do have those clouds. As Track 4D radar showing where there's the attempt of some rainfall by these clouds that are moving through southeast Michigan, but it's very hit or miss, maybe a stray sprinkle. Otherwise, we're staying dry. We're at 74 at Metro Airport, 59 right now in Port Huron. That's because of that cool breeze coming off of Lake Huron. As we go through the evening hours, it's going to remain pretty pleasant out there. There's still the chance of a sprinkle, most of us staying dry. We are going to be at or above normal with the temperatures going ahead for the next several days. And then I'll tell you when we can see some more of those storms, and there it is right there, a clue. It could be on Friday. That's all coming up in a few minutes.